Alright fellas, I am back, and this time we will be taking a look at the Physical Cooler EZA, see how difficult it is to beat level 30 of his EZA to get all of his EZA medals, as well as those Dragon Stones and other goodies. So, taking a look at his EZA weakness real quick, he is weak to Super STR characters, as well as Super Saiyan category characters. So this is very good news, because even if you don't have a full roster of Super Saiyans, you can always just run a Super STR team, which is incredibly stacked. So that is just very good for those of you who may be worried about not being able to complete it. So as for my team, I am running a hybrid of both. STR Namek Goku is one of the better friend leaders that you can bring, but you may want to also consider bringing LR Goku and Vegeta STR. Who transform into LR STR Vegito. This one, you can run double LR STR Vegito leads and just run Majin Buu Saga STR Super Saiyans. There are a few of them, like this Great Saiyan Man Super Saiyan, or this High School Gohan Super Saiyan. Things like that can work out very well, but this is the team that I am running. I don't have the best team, obviously. I am missing some STR Super Saiyans, but I have pretty much all of the better ones for the most part. I'm still using a lot of free-to-play options, or at least I have one free-to-play option, but you're able to run more if you would wish. You know, this Super Gogeta technically is a free-to-play option at this point, because he is available from the Red Dragon Stone. You can bring things like STR Super Vegeta and Super Trunks, that exchange unit, that's a free-to-play Super Saiyan STR unit. That's a very decent option. That Teen Gohan as well, the high school Super Saiyan Gohan, he is a free-to-play option technically. He is from the World Tournament, but you do have to summon for him on the World Tournament banner, so I guess he's not as easy to obtain as the other two. But you do have some decent free-to-play options, and if you can't find, you know, STR Super Saiyan specifically, you can always try to run, like, I guess, other typed Super Saiyans besides Int, because, of course, Int is type disadvantaged against Fizz. But, let's see here who we can link with. Well, I guess we should put it like this, so that way, the Super Vegito, or I guess LR STR, Goku and Vegeta can get the most links active. So, Physical Cooler's EZA, honestly, not too difficult. The only problem with my team is that I do have some suboptimal options. You know, sometimes I don't link at the best. But that's why I did bring High School Gohan with me, because he does have that key in a support passive. He can give all allies on rotation some key. He also has some decent links as well. The name of the game always is to super attack as often as you can. Try not to prolong the fight nearly as much, or nearly as long, if you can manage it, because of course the longer that it takes, first of all, the more times you have to fail, but also grinding out all of his levels will take a while. So that's why I did bring Gohan, because he can help us to super attack a bit more often, but on top of that, I also want the what is it? I wanted his defensive capability, rather, because he is still a very, very good tank. And, you know, Cooler can hit pretty hard. He does lower defense on super attack, so that could be a little worrisome. It shouldn't be too big of a deal, but sometimes it can bite you, especially when he super attacks a unit like STR Namek Goku before he transforms or something like that, where he's pretty defensively open, or like, I guess STR Super Gogeta as well. Units like that. Why am I not? Okay, there we go. STR Super Saiyans, just trying to grab all the rainbow leaders that I can. I also have my friend supporter set to this STR Namek Goku, so always nice to help other players out, you know, if you want to set your friend leader to something like that. It's also a good way for you to farm friend points, I believe, because I believe you get friend points for people using your friend leader just as much as you get friend points for people, or for using people's friend leaders, I believe. Don't quote me on that, I can't remember, but for some reason, I just feel like I've heard that before. But I'm fairly certain that's the case. So, After the 6th anniversary friend summon, like super premium banner, whatever it was, I used like all of my friend points, so I'm trying to farm some up in case they drop a new friend LR or something like that. Because who knows, maybe they'll do that. It's been a while, right? But Cooler, his EZA is so good. I bought a purple stone during the 350 million download celebration to buy this cooler from the Purple Stone shop. I mean, I also bought the Purple Stone pack because I wanted more Dragon Stones to summon for the LRs, of course. But he is a very good unit. One of the better EZAs in the game. I don't want to say he's the best, because we have units like LR, STR, or not LR, STR, rather, EZA Super Saiyan 4 STR Goku. You know, he's an amazing unit, so is the Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku's EZA is very, very, very good as well. There are just so many good EZA TURs. So Cooler is definitely up there though, so that does say something. He's towards the top of the pack for sure. You know, even things like EZA UI Sign Goku, the Int one, he's very good as well, and I just remembered him. So there are just so many good EZA TURs now, but this Cooler is definitely up there, so it is worth doing his EZA. And even if you don't have this physical Cooler, there are a few options. You can always wait until the New Year step-ups and try your hand at that. I would not recommend you to summon on the, what is it, like that EZA banner, the Extreme Z banner, something like that. Do not summon on that. That is not worth it whatsoever. If you do want him, and you don't mind sparing a little bit of your red coinage, you can pick him up for red coins. I believe he's 150 red coins, either 150 or 200 or something along those lines. Not a lot, to be completely honest, for a unit that is extremely powerful and works on a bevy. That's a I could just say a lot. So he works on a lot of good teams, like STR Coolers teams, Terrifying Conquerors, Transformation Boost, teams like that. Wicked Bloodlines, you know, he works very well with all of those types of units. You know, LR Full Power Frieza, teams with that unit are also on a lot of his categories. So you've got a lot of good categories for this Cooler, a lot of good teams, and he's a fantastic option in a lot of them. He's a very hard hitter, even at 50%, or 55% rather. So honestly, I would say if you're looking for something to invest some coins in, that may be what you want to pick up with some red coins. Of course, I always recommend to pick up units that you want, but going off of just sheer how good the unit is, for only like 150 or 200 red coins, you're going to be getting a hell of a unit in physical Cooler when he's EZ8, of course. So I'd say he's worth it. There are Dokkan Fest exclusive LRs coming up. You know, I always try to say save red coins in case you miss out on an anniversary LR or a 350 million download celebration LR, or well, worldwide / download celebration LR in the future, or if you missed out on them in the past when they return, you can always pick them up. Those cost 500 red coins each, right? So it's tough for me, you know, it may be tough for some of you at least to, you know, spend 150 red coins or even $40 on a purple stone or something like that to pick up Cooler. So in that scenario, the best choice that you would have is to just try your hand at the step-up banners, which, you know, you could pick up Cooler on one of the rotations, but the chance isn't guaranteed, obviously. So that's why I just say pick him up with red coins if you really don't want him and you don't have him, because for 150 red coins, again, that's such a low amount in comparison. Like, there are worse Dokkan Fest exclusives out there that are available with red coins for 400. So 150 for an incredible unit for only 150. It just seems like such a good deal to me. So there you go. His EZA, again, is easy as well. Most of you should be able to complete it fairly easily. For newer players, you, again, may see some struggle, but you do have free-to-play options available, and you don't need to necessarily go with the full Super Saiyans team. As I said, Super STR should do the trick. It may take a little longer, it may be a little more difficult, it may require a second try on some of the higher levels, like maybe 29, 30 or so, but you should be able to get through it, and it's always worth doing the grind early on, guys. You should always be trying to do this grind earlier rather than later, because earlier on, everybody has their friend leader set to one of the most optimal, or if not the most optimal, friend leader for the EZA. Again, for example, Namek Goku definitely is one of the most optimal units for this EZA, so that's why you do it now. You have a whole bunch of retries to try and get a Namek Goku friend leader. It shouldn't be too difficult, but meanwhile, if you're trying to do it later when no one has their friend leader set, or nowhere near as many people have their friend leader set to that Namek Goku, you'll have to end up resetting a whole bunch, you know, trying to mess around and fiddle with the friends list, you know, going into an EZA, quitting, coming back out, hoping that the friend leaders list changes to your benefit, which is why the friend system needs to change. They need to make an ability to clone your friend leader. Like, it's pathetic, you know, how the friend system it has so many flaws to it, and they're not doing anything to fix it, even though it's one of the most glaring issues we have currently in Dokkan, is the friend system. But this isn't a rant about the friend system. This is talking about his EZA, but I guess it's still related. So yeah, for sure, just grind it out, stick with it, you know, don't lose motivation. I understand how it feels too, because earlier on in the game, like a year ago, when I was just grinding my first EZAs for some stones and I wasn't able to complete like level 15, I had to do multiple attempts and each of them is like 4 or 5 minutes long. You know, you fail 2 or 3 attempts and boom, you know, 30, 15 minutes maybe gone, 10, 15 minutes are gone, that you'll never get back. That's a terrible way to think about it, but you get what I'm trying to say for the most part, I hope. Definitely just worth sticking through it, because you're not only getting his EZA medals, you know, if you don't even care about Physical Cooler, you're still getting all of those Dragon Stones, you're getting all of those physical Grand Kais, physical orbs, and it's just totally worth it. Those things alone are totally worth it. Those are resources that are extremely valuable, especially the Kais. The Kais and the orbs are very, very, very valuable, because you can't exactly grind for those things outside of, you know, maybe 1 or 2 from a story event with their currency or something like that. You can't exactly grind that stuff out. So we are at that final stage here. Normally I like to show off the first few stages before, like, you know, stage 25 or so to 30, because those are the most difficult of the levels. And level 30 obviously is the final level until the rewards are done, and then you just get a Platinum Hercule statue. But I like to showcase the harder levels just to sort of, you know, get the idea of what you should expect while you are grinding. And I really haven't struggled much in this EZA. It mainly just came down to, you know, am I super attacking every single turn? Did I miss a super attack or 2? You know, that can be a little bit annoying. Because obviously it drags it out a little bit longer, but, you know, missing a super attack will only extend the fight for what, like 15 seconds? Maybe 30 at the most, which, you know, adds up, I guess. So, again, I always try to super attack, and always try to run the most effective units that you can, you know. Don't try and run a unit because it's a Super Saiyan, but it's int type, you know. Always bring at least type neutral, but type advantage units are very good, and then if you can get category advantage as well, definitely go for that. It is easier to build a Super STR team than it is to build a Super Saiyans team, obviously, because there are more Super STR characters, and there are so many good Super STR options. Like, you know, even if you have something like Videl, you know, STR Videl, I mean, most of you probably don't have her, but she'd be amazing here. I mean, let me try and think of more. Like, LR 5th anniversary Gogeta Blue. There you go. That's a really good Super STR character. Why is my brain going flat? Oh, EZA Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the STR one. Another great option. You know, so you do have a lot of good options. And honestly, I would run the Super STR team, mainly because I think that you could find more synergy with that team. As you can see here, like, the units aren't linking poorly on this team. It's just that, you know, some rotations can end up having you missing out on a super attack with a unit or two. Like right now in this situation, there's literally nothing I can do unless I want to do something like this, which is not even optimal. This Gogeta requires Goku, and I'm gonna miss a super attack with one of them, but I would rather miss a super attack with the... Actually, I'm gonna do this because this will allow me to get a big amount of orbs for Kefla here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Goku does have a chance of an additional because he is rainbowed. I mean, I hope. This is the friend leader. That's a lot of damage we took. Oh my god. Didn't actually see how low our health was. If we get super attacked, then maybe we may be in a little bit of trouble. But it's almost at the end of this as well, so coming down to the wire a little bit. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, we're good. We're good. There we go. That is level 30. All rewards gotten. Fairly easy. And you can always come back to the EZA later if you want to try and get those time challenges done, which are missions, and you can get a few extra Dragon Stones for doing that. But boom, level 30 rewards are looking nice. 3 Elder Kais, or Grand Kais rather. So that's going to be it for the video. I'm going to get cracking on that Physical Cooler EZA showcase. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later.